We left off 152. You know, Moshe gets project started. We wanted to start Chelik. We got it started. Most of the time he's not here davening now. Most of the time he's not here for the share. You know? Okay. Of course. Exactly. Okay. 152, next to the bottom paragraph. Omer echad min ha-philosophim, one of the philosophers said, Misha kotza sichlo lohavin inyan hapshitus. A person has difficulty grasping something, he says, of simplicity, meaning people have difficulty sometimes things which are abstract concepts. They have to visualize things. Something abstract they can't grasp. So you think about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If he has no form, they can't grasp it, they can't relate to it unless they visualize something. But factually, there's nothing to visualize. This is what we've been speaking all along. We can only know God in terms of have an inkling of what he is, in terms of what he affects or how he affects. But what he is himself, there's no way to grasp that. So how do I relate to it? People have difficulty. Mishkot sichlo oven inyan apshitus herzik b'ashemus asher dibru b'hem asvorim hanesurim eisaborei v'lo yeda ki amlitza b'sifrei hatoras lo siyeh l'kfi binas mishnitel lahem. Lokfi mashem meilitz b'hamedaber aleim. People don't understand. When the Navi uses certain, let's say, appellations or certain depictions, what is he expressing? The way that's his depiction of God. A prophet is a prophet. It's like it says by Kriyas Yamsuf. What did Moshe visualize? What did Klal Yisrael see? God was Ish Milchama. That was the vision of the prophecy. It's not we're depicting him as that. That was the communication. When we visualize God, it's not our expression, our quantification of what God is. He wants us to understand something at the moment, so therefore he communicates, he transmits that communication in a certain context at that moment. Lo kfi ma shemelitz b'hamedaber aleim, achem k'mo hashrika labeima be'sos hamayim, shemeviosa lishtos, yosim ma shoyosa adibur hatzach v'anochon. He says, it's like the whistling that is used when cattle are to be watered is more effective in bringing the beast to drink than clear and accurate words. Right? Because there's no way to express it. How does HaKadosh Baruch Hu communicate things to the Navi? Through a marzeh. It's a marzeh, it's a vision. And then afterwards, if you take a look in the Ramchal or the Rambam, and immediately after he gets the vision, there's an immediate deciphering of that vision based on the level of the Navi. When you see the vision, the question is how clear is that vision? There's certain aspects of the vision are blurry. So based on that blur, that you get a deciphering on that. The more clear it is, so the deciphering is the more clear deciphering. A Navi can, the difficulties. We find Yonah had a little bit of problem with what was Yonah's mistake. Yonah initially didn't want to go deliver the prophecy to Nineveh. And he was nearly punished. Nearly died because of it. It was a miracle, so on and so forth. So over there, the Ramchal has a lengthy discussion what was Yonah, why. It's possible for a Navi to make a mistake in certain situations. Because that's difficult. If a Navi can make a mistake, so how do you ever trust the Navis? The Navi immediately loses his credibility. He speaks in the name of Hashem, but maybe you're misreading what Hashem told you. Maybe you're misunderstanding it. No, but again, wasn't it? If a Navi could make a mistake, then the Navi has no credibility. Because even though God communicates, but maybe your reading of that communication is not accurate. So how do you trust what the Navi says? I know God spoke to you, but who said, what you telling me over it? It's like I always say, a person comes to the shir of mine, says, I said over what I heard this morning. I said, if you said over what you heard, I have no problem. But the question is, did you say it over accurately? That's my question. So it's irrelevant what you said over. The question is, are you saying over what I said? Same thing with a Navi. If a Navi, although he may receive a communication, But if he doesn't fully understand it correctly and accurately, so what is he giving over? So Navi has to be credible. It has to, everything, the deciphering is accurate and very precise, that it's not possible for him to have a misunderstanding of what Hashem's communicating to him. It's not possible. No. I mean, the Orach Chaim HaKodesh has certain points, Moshe Rabbeinu, certain things. But again, HaKodesh Baruch Hu wanted him only later certain things came. The Krovi HaKodesh, right? Originally Moshe thought the ones who would die at the time of the inauguration of the Mishkan, the 8th day, would be him or Aaron. Then it happened to turn out to be Nadav Avihu. Right? That's his Krovi HaKodesh. So initially he didn't know. So Hashem left him, but he didn't communicate. He didn't share it. Only it was like a wait and see. But if something is communicated to be given over, then it's not possible mistake. That's not possible. On a personal level, it could be it's a wait and see. Things will clarify themselves. He says, when you'll achieve this level of understanding the unity of God through your intelligence and through your understanding, and you should try to grasp his essence, mitzat chochmaso, gvuroso, v'chanuso, v'achmanuso, rov hashgachoso abruav. Again, this is through his actions. It's never looking at him. Again, he gave the model was the sun. You look directly at the sun, what happens? You get blinded. When do you appreciate the value of the sun? When you see its effect. Its rays, its warmth, the degree it illuminates. It causes things to grow. Then you see its value. The same thing with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As he says, you see his wisdom, you see his power, you see his graciousness, you see his mercy, you see his level of providence. It's amazing. You see, God is infinite. It's beyond our grasp. You know, if you just think about it for a moment, how many granules of sand are there in existence? And if you believe God created, and he's aware, and stars, and insects, and species of living creatures, and fish in the ocean, and everything, he's orchestrating all this. What does that say about God? Whatever, it's something which is beyond, like I said, 1 million miles of space dust when they sent up the Hubble telescope. What is it? We can't even fathom what 1 million miles is. And it's just the space dust, and goes beyond. As if God created us, so what's God? We have no idea what God is, but it says something about God. You saw a tsunami coming in, going out. What is that? The power of the ocean. It's beyond. So through his actions, you have an inkling of what he is. But if you feel God's a creator, but you don't look at what he created and the dimension of creation, then you're missing the boat. You missed the point. Give you an example. A person is worth $3 trillion. Person doesn't even know what that means. See, this man is worth $3 trillion. Therefore what? You take a person and you give him an 80-day tour of the world, and you show him all the various projects the man built with only a fraction of his wealth. You see all this? This man did this. It's amazing. Now you're amazed because of what he affected and what he brought about. Lahavdil. Same thing. He's the creator. But what's the creation? Unless you look at the creation, you're not impressed about what the creator is. Same idea. Rov hashgachos bruav hisratze elo basoscho zos. He says, in doing so, seek to find favor before him. Ostia mevakshi Hashem, vos tasig mimenu ha'ezev ha'ometz lavino ladas amitis inyano. Meaning, then, if a person looks at it that way, and you want to, and the reason your interest, what's motivating you, is because you want to find favor before him. You want to know him. It's like Avraham Avinu. Why did he want to know God? Why did Avraham Avinu want to locate who his benefactor is, because he wanted to pay his debt of gratitude to his benefactor. So if that is what's driving you, I want to know you to serve you, that person will merit the siyata d'shmaya, the assistance that God will give him the capacity to have a great appreciation of who he is. The secrets of God are to those who fear him, ubriso lodiam, and the covenant is to make them, to inform them. He'll give examples. Now it's interesting. The Gemara says regarding Torah, that if a person toils in Torah and he comes upon its truth, you believe that person. Lo yogatu motzos al tamin. Person says that I did not toil and I came upon the truth of Torah, you don't believe that person. Why? Man has a genius mind. To come upon the truth of Torah, Torah is a gift. The only one God gives that gift to is the person who truly sacrifices for it, toils on it. Because since it's something which is so precious, you have to esteem it and revere it. So unless you've shown that you're willing to sacrifice on its behalf, Hashem is not going to give you that gift. It's the same thing. If a person truly wants to know God, to seek him out, to find favor, because he wants to know who he is, then God will assist that person to know who he is. But to allow him to know who he is, where he's going to be irrelevant in your life, you know something? Better you should know who I am. What's the point? So it's only the one who really wants to know, that's the one, the person who he will assist, that he should come upon that truth. Same idea. Let's see the Gemara. Bilam, he didn't have an understanding of God. Did not. But he didn't. That's the example I said from Chaim Volozhina. In terms of sensitivities, Bilam had the same sensitivity as Moshe. But understanding, Bilam had no understanding. And that's why he could be what he was. Remember, he gave the example. I remember what I said. You have an eagle. There's no bird has the vision of an eagle. But a bat that doesn't know what light is, its sensitivity to light is more acute than an eagle. And the moment it senses what light is, it goes into the deep recesses of a cave to escape the light. That was Bilam. That's what he says. Bilam had a sensitivity of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Did he know what God was? He had no idea what God was. Therefore, he could commit bestiality and he could be what he was. Moshe, he was like the eagle. He saw God. And therefore, Moshe was Moshe Rabbeinu. That was Kedusha.